Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to apparently watch a Monty Python sketch as the world's most incapable crusaders try and complete their grail quest in Darkest Dungeon. And I hate to break it to you here, boys. Scotland, I mean, you seem like a faithful chap, and Neot, well, I mean, I'd say you seem like a faithful chap, but since you have a witness and won't take part in prayer activity, that would be patently untrue. But faithful or faithless, what I hate to tell you is the answer is no, you're not going to come on this little grail quest. And also, coming in Monty Python style, not a great approach for me, Perfidious Pete, because I actively dislike Monty Python. And somebody out there is like, what, Pete? Oh, God, how can you not like Monty Python? Yeah, well, the answer to that question, it's easy. It's just not funny. It doesn't make me laugh. I don't get it. And also, you know, I would say hate is a pretty strong word. I wouldn't say I hate Monty Python. It'd be more appropriate to say I'm just indifferently bored by Monty Python, which is odd because absurdism is usually right up my alley. It tends to be the sort of humor I like, but Python, it doesn't get a rise out of me. It feels like watching the Three Stooges, except without violence or pies to the face, and the of an angry Curly. It just doesn't have the angry Curly that I love. And if I'm sticking with the Stooge metaphor, these two guys really are quite Stooge-like. And I'm not talking a good Stooge. This is not a Mo, a Larry, or true Curly. This is more like a Shemp or a Curly Joe Dorita, who I think we can all agree was the shittiest of Curlys. And somebody's like, what, now you're bagging on the Stooges too, Pete? Man, you're a bitter, humorless little man, aren't you? And, I mean, maybe I'm a bitter, humorless man. Could be, but Monty Python is just... I don't get why it's funny. I just don't get it. Rabbit costumes and Tim the Enchanter and... I mean, I've seen the Holy Grail and I've seen many a Monty Python thing, and it's never made me go, you know what? Yeah, that was really funny, and then bust a gut laughing. It doesn't make me giggle. And you're probably saying, oh, well, you just don't get British humor, Pete. That's what it is. You're just not down with British humor. And that's also definitively not true, because I love panel shows, and British humor is what drives the panel show. Panel shows are the greatest thing we don't have in America. There are fantastic British comedians. Phil Jupitus is great. David Mitchell is a friggin' genius, and Lee Mack may be the funniest man on the planet. That guy is awesome. So it's not just the British humor thing. That's not my stumbling block. I don't know what it is. Just maybe it's like an age thing. Maybe Monty Python is just too old to get in my wheelhouse. I don't know. I don't like Python. Knights Who Say Knee? How is that fucking funny? I don't get it. The Black Knight thing? Yeah, he cut his arms and legs off, but it's... I mean, his determination, sure, in the face of overwhelming like resistance is also I guess sort of mildly amusing, but it's not like I'm busting a gut or anything. Fine, we'll call it a draw. No, I mean, you're just basically got Anakin Skywalkered. I don't get it. I didn't think it was funny when Obi-Wan cut Anakin's arms and legs off and left him to burn in the lava. It was a little, I guess, amusing because it was unexpected. It had the expectation thwarting thing going, but that's as much as I can give it. All of our missions today really suck. I'm just flipping around here while I ramble about British comedy and the fact that I'm not a huge Monty Python fan, or even a mild Monty Python fan, or even a fan at all. Big bonus to stun skill chance on that shield is not terrible. Short champion. Ooh, here we go. What are you? An ancestor item. It's just really bad, though. This is a huge sum of gold. The thing is that's definitely not going to be enough gold to fix our team once they get done. This antiquarian candle, I would love to shove it up an antiquarian's ass. We have seen this candle so many times. And now you're saying, what, gee, Pete, getting into the ass play with an antiquarian, you put candles in somebody's butt? Don't take it to that route. You know what I meant. It was a figurative up the ass thing, not a literal, please stick a candle in my butt. The Ancestor's Signet Ring. Bonus accuracy, bonus protection for bonus stress damage. It's just not worth it. The gold is fantastic, but exploring 90% of rooms on a long mission, it's going to take 100 billion years. Who's our boss? Kill the Hag Witch. Of all of the high-level missions we have, that's probably the one I'm most tempted to take, but I still think the answer is no. Do we have a decent medium-length mission? Maybe we will try. Do we dare take Buffy Summers into a dungeon? It seems like a tragic misstep, but I may take a shot at it. Maybe. Mostly because I wouldn't mind giving Junior Batman another chance in the dungeon. I had a thought about Junior Batman and how to really make him work. I was thinking Junior Batman and Superman. I mean, they are sort of the classic team-up, Superman-Batman kind of thing. Long veteran, gonna say no. Also, long... What's with all the long missions, Darkest Dungeon? The Highwayman Sheath is really good, but I think we have one of those already. The Sharpening Sheath I would probably equip. The Camouflage Cloak... You know what? We're going to do this mission because I don't think we have a Camouflage Cloak, and that's really good for a high light team. Plus 15 dodge? That's pretty excellent. So let's try our paradigm. We're going to go back to the whole Batman, Superman thing. Yes, I know. I hate Superman with such a burn. Okay, here's something I don't like more than I don't like Monty Python. You know what I hate more than I hate Monty Python? Bugging Superman. He's got that shit in spades. I despise the Superman. I hate him with all of my heart and a little bit of my soul and most of my stomach. We're gonna need a healer. We could probably get by with a Brother Voodoo. Do I want to try Buffy? It's risky. I mean, I'm not trying Buffy as a healer, don't get me wrong. That's just crazy talk. That's absolute, utter, abject insanity. I'm not contemplating trying that. We might get rid of our grave dig. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna try it. So we grab Brother Voodoo. Buffy, I could, you know what? I'm not even gonna raise your skills. I was about to say we could go level up Buffy's skills. I sincerely don't think it will make a difference. I really don't think it would help at all. Let's just get some trinkets this time, unlike last time when we left our damn trinkets at home. I keep taking this thing, and it's just not good for you. Where's Junia's head? Actually, unequip all of our trinkets, please. I need all of the trinkets back, and then sort them by rarity so that I can get Junia's head to buff up Jericho, Brother Voodoo here. We got to get his heal skills up a bit. And then I think what we'll do is just offset the extra stress damage. Yeah, with the Book of Holiness. That's fine, because there's nothing more holy than a voodoo priest occultist, and screams holy to me. Here's the Antiquarian's Candle that we have 35 of and that I continually take despite my better judgment. What else do we want to throw on here? Bonus heals received is not terrible. Life crystals, crap. Plus 4 speed. Sure, take that because it's Antiquarian only and it obviates the need for me to think. Bonus melee skills, bonus bleed chance. This we like. That's very good. What else do we want to give you? Well, we've got to give you Batman's head. We can't have the Superman-Batman team-up if there's no part of the actual Batman involved, so you're taking Batman's head. Virtue chance, bonus death blow resist, blight and bleed resist. Really, what I'd like to give you is just something that gives you a bunch of extra damage, because you're kind of shitty. You don't need accuracy, and you don't need crit. I want damage. Or we could go with heals. That would be the other thing we could do that might not be terrible. Let's give you bonus damage. I don't care about your dodge. Your dodge is already in the toilet. I will tank it all day long. Bonus HP is interesting. Bonus protection is not very good. It's considerably less interesting. Bonus crit, bonus dodge. I don't want to stack dodge on you. I kind of want you to be hit. Bonus damage, bonus accuracy, bonus stress damage. What we should do is just probably put a recovery charm on you. Speed and dodge would not be terrible. What is this? Speed damage. It's extra stress damage, but Superman should have a stress heal. So maybe that's not terrible. Let's roll with that. Although, you know what? Actually, I need to make sure Superman has a stress heal before I do this. If I have to buy skills, Superman, if you're going to cost me money too, I'm going to be very angry with you. You have the stress heal, but you don't have the battle heal, which is rather crappy. We also, you know what? Let's spend the 750. I do want this. The Holy Lance is actually integral to my plan. I think I'll just take the regular Inspiring Cry because it's both a ghetto heal and a stress heal, which is really what I'm more concerned about. Do I want to spend any more money on skills? I think I do. Let's make sure everybody is skilled up, if not fully equipped, and they're not going to be because that shit is starting to get real expensive. We can at least make sure they're as capable as possible in the skill department. Brother Voodoo, you're going to definitely need upgrades because I know you don't have rank 4 skills. Or you do. All right, well, Brother Voodoo, you're punching above your weight, champ. I hate myself for doing this, and I'm still going to do it. So we definitely want Protect Me. We definitely want the ghettoest of heals because it's pretty much the only thing she's going to be able to do. Nervous Stab, why not? And Get Down. Sure, I guess we'll roll with that. I don't... Festering vapors, does this get better? Screw it. Pete, why are you putting money in an antiquarian? Well, my hope is that the antiquarian will earn that money back. It's a savagely vain hope, but I hope it nonetheless. It's like when I go buy my lottery ticket every Wednesday. Maybe this one's the one. It's not going to be the one, ever. You're never going to win, Pete. Why do you do this to yourself? Because I like spending $2 to imagine how I'd spend the money. That's what I think you get out of the lottery. That's my opinion. Do you think a lottery ticket is worth buying? Not if you think you're going to win. If that's why you're buying it, you're wasting your cash. But if you like spending $2 just to have the enjoyment of imagining what you do with a ridiculous fortune, go ahead and invest, because that's the only thing you're ever going to get out of it. Do I want bandages or venom? I mean, we're going into the Warrens. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to take. All right, let's do one of each. No holy water. I've probably bought too much. I always buy too much. I'm always over-prepared in the dungeons. I really waste a lot of money on provisions that ultimately wind up getting thrown on the floor. It's a habit I'm aware of and a habit I'm trying to curb, but like a heroin junkie, when you put the spoon in front of me with a lighter, well, strike that bad boy up. Let's get it in my veins. I just can't say no.
Even the fiercest beast.
So, gather 3 grain sacks. This is our goal. This dungeon layout is bad-ish. It's not the worst layout we've ever had, and we can do like a serpentine pattern to help cover a lot of ground, I guess, with a minimum of backtracking. Fantastic, 1 foot into the dungeon and we've already found a trap. Fortunately, Junior Batman was agile enough to get out of the way. Hey, antiquarian, guess what? Every time, if we read those books with anybody but an antiquarian, it's going to have some kind of crippling-ass drawback. Somebody's going to get a trillion stress or get some kind of quirk that'll cost 5,000 gold to fix. The antiquarian, she's like, hey, great, I got a positive quirk, and also it'll be completely useless. So we're going to duelist advance. My goal is to dash back and forth, put the riposte on Dismas here, and then try to Holy Lance our way to victory. We're going to be swapping these 2 guys back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's the entirety of the crux of my Superman-Batman duo. You know, get down will not be terrible here. Oh, wait, that gives you... No, I want this, actually. Make him guard you so that if anybody swings at Buffy Summers, we get a swing back at them with a little bit of riposte. Well, we got the riposte, but it was dodged. So the plan half-ass worked. And Superman, wow, showing your true invulnerability there, Superman. The first person who takes a swing at you, and what happens? Yeah, that happens. Alright, I mean, we could smite the pig man, so smite the pig man. Probably could have gotten away with the zealous accusation there. And I'm just noticing that Holy Lance does not work from the 2nd rank. That's fantastic. That's definitely suboptimal. Alright, let's throw some blight around here. Actually threw that at the wrong man. I meant to throw it at this guy who's going to hit me with a whole shitload of stress if I don't kill him. Fortunately, Brother Voodoo was there to pick up the slack. Nice work, Voodoo. Yeah, mon, I'm just like the troll from a while. Everything is hunky-dory, mon. Come on down. We go to the capital. We talk to Thrall. I wonder if, I wonder if the trolls in the movie... I'm going to stop doing the voice because I'm really bad at it. But I wonder if do you think the trolls in the movie are going to do the troll voice? Do you think the trolls in the WoW movie are going to have that they're going to be sporting that? I mean, it seems a little stereotypically and shitty. Be like, hey, man, every troll is a Rasta, man. Come on, you know you want to have the Rasta. It seems really sort of racist. I bet they don't do that in the movie. Call me crazy. This is the thing, right? Food stuff crate. Yep, wooden. Okay, so we got our first sack of uneaten grain. I'm sincerely thinking about camping right here. Let's see what our scout turns up. We can dodge a room battle with Curio. That means there's probably a thing there. But we can dodge a hallway battle this way, too, if we go up and over. I'm all about the up and over plan. Oh, don't go up and over, Pete. Oh, you always go up and over. Haven't you ever tried, like, the reverse grip when you're, having a little private time alone at night? Be like, yeah, I could go for an orgasm right about now. Try a double overhand reverse grip, I'm telling you. Come at it European style. You always go up and over. You'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you did. Masturbation tips with Perfidious Pete. Oh, there's what we're looking for. A secret room with an antiquarian in the party. This is fantastic. We're going to make some filthy lucre right here. We're coming out of this one ahead. We're going to turn a profit on this one. Who has a good chance to disarm and needs some stress relief? Well, it's just Dick Grayson Jr. Batman. The world's greatest detective has detected and averted a trap. Suck it. What would you gonna do there, Clark Kent? He's like, I'm Superman. I'm invulnerable. I don't have to disarm traps. I just walk through them. I'm Superman. This is how a Superman works. A Superman does not need to dodge a trap because a Superman is a Superman, sir. And then I just say, I hate you, Superman. It's a cheap writing trick every time. You'll be like, oh, Superman never has to think his way out of a problem, which means the writers never have to come up with anything creative for Superman to do because Superman is Superman. Hate you, Superman. So, minor antiquity, which we want, and then also puzzling trap as the hedrons, which we likewise want. So we get rid of this and throw one torch on the floor. That's 2,500 gold. And now we're going to be throwing a bunch of other shit. You know what? I can't throw the grain sack on the floor. I can't get rid of my shovels. I can't get rid of my food. We can drink the holy water. And so long, anti-venom. Don't ask me why I kept a bandage over anti-venom. I honestly don't know. Objectively, it was probably the wrong move. We probably should not have kept the... We probably should have kept the anti-venom. Although if we find a rack of rusted blades are bandages. There aren't a lot of anti-venom things in the Warrens, really. It's medicinal herbs and bandages more than anything else. We are making pretty good time. Speaking of medicinal herbs, who wants a damage buff? You do, that's who. Junior Batman. Yeah, there's my damage buff for Junior Bats. Dick Grayson will tie one on. How do you deal with the crippling guilt you feel over the death of the Batman? Dick Grayson drinks. That's how Dick Grayson deals with it. He drinks. He drinks a lot. I'm not faulting his strategy either. It probably works. A little numb the pain there. Anybody want to try this trap? Not at 60%, really. I think we just have Junior Batman go again. He had no stress to get rid of, which is unfortunate, but 60% is terrible. It means everybody else was likely to gain stress as opposed to shedding it. Another curio. Another portrait. Portraits are something we do need. We have some Hamlet upgrades that are currently stymied by a lack of available portraits, so picking them up is useful. I wanted to switch Buffy's skills and straight up forgot to do that. And you have resisted a blight because of course you did. Jericho Drum's gonna get power vomited because once one person has stress, no stress ever goes anywhere else. You also got a tapeworm. If somebody vomited on you and gave you a tapeworm, they just have to be, I mean, literally riddled with worm larvae, right? If they have so much worm larvae in them that they can vomit on you and infest you with those larvae, they're a Fomori, basically. For people who don't know what a Fomori is, you know, a World of Darkness monster, an expansion book called Freak Legions, one of the grossest source books of all time in any role-playing game. It was it was a weird reference, you're not wrong. I probably shouldn't have made it, but I can't help myself. It's my geek showing. Oh, sure, Pete, a true geek loves Monty Python, and you self-professed don't like Python. You're no true geek, sir. Yeah, I'm fine. My geek cred is destroyed forever. Sweet riposte from Junior Batman. That's exactly what we were looking for. If we Inspiring Cry, can we get rid of some of your stress? Yes. Alright, so I guess there is some small advantage to having the piece of shit Superman in your party. I was gonna say he can alleviate stress, but that's not true. But he can redistribute it slightly, which is what he did there. Butcher's Cut. Dodge and riposte, baby! That's what we're looking for. The dodge and riposte, that's what we came for. That's what we want. Buffy Summers with a meager 6 damage to close things out for us. What is this? A shitty trinket that we don't want. There's actually a lot of shitty trinkets here that we don't want. Well, I guess that bandage is going on the old floor. Let's get rid of that. I'm tempted to actually eat some of this food, too. I want the citrine. It's only... It's 250 gold. Why can't you give us cash? Cash stacks to 2,000 here. How come we've got no cash? These trinkets, we already have some of, and I don't want them. It would be nice if we could just straight up sell these out of our inventory, but yeah, we can't, so. On the floor you go, gentlemen. Touch the thing. Of course it infuses the hero with great power, because I was just thinking, you know what? Buffy could really use a damage bonus right now. She'd be so much better if we could just up her damage 30%. 30% of a tiny number is a slightly less tiny number, and that's really what we need to swing this one. Ah, Buffy, you jerk. Yeah, I called you out and being. I hate you, Buffy. You're probably gonna get somebody killed. If our experiences with antiquarians thus far have taught us anything, it's that an antiquarian just means somebody on the mission dies. Probably right here because we have surprised the enemy, which, as we have learned, is only ever to our detriment. That was a pretty solid shot from Junior Batman, though. Buffy takes one down with the cheap follow-up swing. We're gonna J'accuse with Clark Kent, who got some solid damage but didn't quite get the job done, and is gonna require a heal soon. Oh, fantastic work, Brother Voodoo. That was negative work. You're helping the enemy. Brother Voodoo is turncoat. Good job, buddy. Good job. Little dodge there from the Buffster. Brother Voodoo dodged a ball and chain. Our team has been very dodgy thus far. I would have preferred you dodge the vomit and not gotten a tapeworm or 65 other diseases and a billion stress. Would have been nice, Brother Voodoo, but I don't get to have nice things, I guess. That's what Darkest Dungeon basically teaches you. You think you're entitled to nice things, you think you can have nice things. Darkest Dungeon is here to shit on your parade. That's its whole goal. We could point blank shot and possibly get a kill, or we could, I was going to say we could slice open that pig, but that's not true. We should definitely point blank shot so we can shadow fade. We also managed to knock him back, which sucks. J'accuse, please. Reasonable damage. All right, pig guy, I don't think you can puke from the front row, can you? Nope, never mind. We're just closer to get puked on now. We're closer to the worms. That's what it is, closer to the worms. Okay. Look at that extra 1 damage Buffy picked up thanks to her buff. There was a monster heal from Jericho Drum. I'll kind of give you bygones for the bleed on that one, Brother Voodoo. You did all right with that big old heal. Well, the anti-venom is not useful. I would love to pick up these deeds, but we have no place to put them. And we have to pick up more curios to get out of this dungeon, which is seriously going to hamper our opportunities for loot. Yeah, we just can't do. You know what? The citrine is gone. I would rather have 3 deeds than 250 gold. I really would. This anti-venom, if we could drink it, I would, but we can't, so it's just going to stay here. Squat down, feast if we can.
The battle may yet be won.
Solid. How come you did not get stress relief? Oh, because you don't have any stress. That's why. That, you know what? That makes sense. I'm okay with that. How come Junior Batman didn't get any stress relief? Because Junior Batman is the man without fear. Curious incantation. Well, it makes you largely immune to stress damage, which I suppose is not terrible. We should try and scrounge a trinket, but first we're going to encourage Brother Voodoo. Let's try and scrounge a trinket. What do we get? Cursed Incense. It's shitty. But it is green, so it will sell reasonably well. It'll sell reasonably well. Stand tall. No. Encourage, yes, because it takes less time and does effectively the same thing. Zealous Speech is also pretty good, but we have 0 stress on most of our people. It seems like a waste, and it's 5 time. We'd really do better to just go for, if we're going to burn a time waster, we go Unparalleled Finesse, give Junior Batman a buff, and then somebody's got to have Wound Care, right? Yeah, Wound Care, Junior Batman, get rid of that bleed. You have assisted in many experiments. You know the body well. Is that like a, was that, what are you, I don't understand why the antiquarian is helping anybody experiment on anything. What is that supposed to be? Are you like a Van Helsing sort of thing? Is this more like a Victor Frankenstein reference? What are you, antiquarian? What are you? Ah, mishmash, stupid hodgepodge of a bunch of half-assed literary rip-off tropes.
The promise of safety.
You know what? I feel that you're constructed from a fictional character standpoint about as well constructed as you are from a gameplay standpoint, which is to say, not well. Touch this sacrificial stone. Okay, you're no longer bloodthirsty. Well, fantastic. I guess we now have a way to always get something positive out of a shitty curio. We just have the antiquarian touch it, and she gets lucky 10 out of 10 times. We're still looking for a grain sack. It's not in this room, so there's 2 hallway battles. We do need to investigate curios. Excuse me, guys? What was that all about? They're really terrified of walking down this hallway. Somebody's like, I got a bad feeling about this. And Superman was like, oh, well, we should just go back in the room then. The reply to that would then be, but Superman, you're Superman. Why would you be afraid of anything? You're immortal and invulnerable and opening a goddamn sack because you're also a fucking thief.
Finding the stuff is
Oh, we finally find gold and Superman keeps it. Yeah, that's about right.
Home.
God damn you, Superman. I hate you, you piece of shit. Piece of shit, Superman. What do you need money for, Superman? If you want money, you could just kick open the wall of any bank in the world and take all you want, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. You greedy piece of garbage, Superman. God, I hate you. Oh, Superman, I hate you more than words could express. I really do. The depths of... Oh, this is good. Somebody's getting rid of a negative quirk. God-fearing and kleptomaniac. Kleptomaniac just dicked me. And it is locked in, so difficult to get rid of. Hagiomanian Warren's phobe, I'm actually not really concerned about any of those. Fuck Buffy, she'll get rid of every negative quirk she could possibly have just by random luck. Diurnal is not a problem. Love interest is likewise not a problem. Fangophobia is really shitty, actually. That's I ate Taco Bell last night and then chased it with a 12-pack of beer shitty. It's the most raunchiest, nastiest shit one could leave in a bowl. That's real bad. It's pretty unlikely, though, that we would get rid of that. But Jericho Drum is looking like the solid candidate, because I hate Superman. I hate you so much, Superman. You know what? No, I'm not rewarding Superman. I can't bring myself to do it. Love, great. We got rid of the one I cared the least about, because of course we did. Alright, Junior Batman, get a little cheap stress relief. I gotta say, I do like the fact that, I love that mechanic. Trap disarms now give stress relief. That is a solid, solid mechanic. People who have high trap skills now just have a chance to help manage their own stress. It's a good. I don't know why I turned into Mario very briefly there. We're riposting, so we're gonna have you protect me. Brother Voodoo, if you could kill one of those men, or leave them both on the brink of death, that would be the other thing you could do. That would be suboptimal. If you're looking for the least useful thing to do, I think you found it. Good job. 10 stress for Superman is no big deal. If somebody's going to come out of this with a whole bunch of stress, I would sort of prefer that person to be Superman, since we don't take him on a lot of missions because of my aforementioned depths of my hatred. Oh no, Superman is bleeding. What a crime. Ow. Buffy had to take a crit, but Buffy did do more damage than we took. We gave better than we got, except for the fucking stun, which dicked us completely. I'm not happy about that. We can at least get a kill before we take more stress. Get something out of Buffy Summers' worthless ass. I don't want to go for the Abyssal Artillery here. We'd be better off to just throw a heal at someone. Let's heal the invulnerable man and enhance his bleed. That was... okay. We seem to be getting quite unlucky with the bleed resistance. The bleed chance for that heal is very, very low. Weird Reconstruction does not frequently produce a bleed, and we're running at like half the time for success. Ah, Brother Voodoo, succeeding where failure should be optimal. I can find a way to fail, even if by failing I have to succeed. He's a contrarian son of a bitch. Did we get the blight? We did. 3 damage should be enough to kill you. Meanwhile, Brother Voodoo takes a whole shitload more stress. Okay, that's good. At this point, yes. I'll take 6 damage. No one needs healed, and also you did more damage than you saved with your last heal. Did pull a kill there as well. Give Brother Voodoo some stress relief. I'm aware that this is not killing anybody, but I think the stress relief is more important. As I said, if somebody's going to take damage, we want it to be Superman. If somebody's going to take a bunch of stress, likewise want that someone to be Superman. Buffy, please murder the pig. Thank you. Oh, but I'm a vegan, Pete. I don't like pork. Too bad, Buffy. It's pork on the menu tonight. You get it done. You don't have to eat any. You don't want pork, Buffy? That's fine. You just push it to the side of your plate. There's no law that says you have to eat it. Yeah, the citrine's staying on the floor. I don't think our curio can be in here, but we should at least open this heirloom chest. Oh no, Buffy found a blight trap. What a shame. More scouting. Quest location. Well, we've got one of our remaining sacks of grain, which means we're going to have to get rid of one of our inventory items because we don't currently have a space for it. I hate spiders. They're real deadly. I'm going protect me. Buffy is hurt. Buffy does not have an abundance of health to begin with. We could have gone for the riposte ability, but we were in the front rank because I forgot to reorganize the party since I'm a monumentally stupid man. Solid damage. The dodge is good. It would have been nice to have a dodge riposte work there, but we are not riposting. 11 heal out of Brother Voodoo. And for once, we resisted the bleed, which is nice. Another dodge. I'm really liking this. I hate to say it, but this particular team composition sort of works because of the dodge and riposte. And then you've got Batman to do some damage. Meanwhile, Superman can stand in the front and just take the heat. It does work okay. 100 gold, 2 portraits and a citrine that are going on the floor. A torch, which we sort of need. Yeah, just go ahead and burn that. We're a little low on torchlight. I blame Buffy. Whoa, why do you blame me, Pete? Because I blame you for everything, Buffy. Except for Superman. When I'm not blaming you, I'm blaming Superman. Take the thing. We have found the foodstuff crate. Now we just have to find a place to put the foodstuffs. Well, we haven't needed one yet, so let's throw 1,000 gold worth of shovels on the ground. I feel not good about that. So, clearly one of these items, it's right there, was unaware that that was a mechanic. But now that, okay, I've learned something. Hooray! Learning, experiential learning. Perfidious Pete is capable of experiential learning, despite the vast amount of video evidence to the contrary. I was unaware that if you moused over that, it differentiated between a quest location and a random curio. I thought, and it didn't used to do that. In my defense, see, that says curio. In my defense, quest locations that were on curios used to just say curio. And I threw my shovels on the floor, which means I have to backtrack 1 billion miles, like a Proclaimer song. Well, if we're going to backtrack 1 billion miles, I may as well backtrack 1 billion miles. Might as well get my money's worth. Speaking of which, it does give us an opportunity for Buffy to help earn her keep. This torch we're just going to keep. We'll wander in the dark. 250 extra gold and an extra minor antique. It's not the end of the world. We'll get some stress relief for Junior Batman, too, when we disarm this trap. We are out of medicinal herbs, but you know what, Buffy? Go ahead and drink this mysterious fluid in this jug. Oh, no. Violently ill. What a shame. Buffy's going to take some damage. Man, you have shit for health, Buffy. Oh, and then you stepped on a trap. Solid work. Now you're bleeding and blighted. Excellent work, Buffy. I'm glad I brought you. You're doing a real good job. So we're going to have to do a hallway battle, or can we just go down? No. We either have to dig through an obstacle because I threw my shovels on the ground, or we have to fight. I guess we're going to have to fight then. It's guaranteed metric shitload of stress if we try and dig our way through that. There's no guarantee on the stress in a fight, although Buffy might wind up dead. That being said, if that were to happen, I would consider it an acceptable loss. I'm sorry that I'm so cavalier with your life and fortune, Buffy, but I don't give a fuck about you at all. They may indeed stalk the shadows, which is why I'm burning all of my torches, Mr. Narrator, because the darkness can go straight to hell. And no, I'm not talking about like 90s prog rock band The Darkness. They don't have to go straight to hell. I think their career is probably hellish enough. Those guys, you know what, they weren't so bad. I believe anything God love. Well, the song was not terrible. It was not good, and their sophomore follow-up stuff was just straight up abominable, but I believe anything God love was okay. Brother Voodoo's getting a lot of stress piled on him here. So much so, in fact, that I think what we're going to do... Well, first we're going to heal Buffy. Little love interest there, Brother Voodoo? Is that what I sense sort of burgeoning there? Be like, well, you know, man's got to do what a man's got to do. I got to smash vag, Pete, and the only one of the few vages in town that's willing to let me have a smash at it is Buffy Summers, because she does not have high standards, Pete. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. Any port in a storm, Pete. We got almost as much stress relief from Junior Batman's critical as we did from an actual stress relief. The critical was very nice. Go ahead and go. You know what? Just get down, Buffy. Maybe you can get a dodge this way. Although that pushes you to the back, which I was unaware of. That's okay. Brother Voodoo stabbed this man in the face. Didn't quite get the kill. Wouldn't mind going around the horn again, really. Getting another round of stress attack off. Won't happen. We might get it. Okay. We'll get kill stress relief. Also a bunch of gold.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Well, here goes the last of our food because I want this sapphire. And yes, I'm aware I'm going to have to throw something else on the floor in a future date when I got to go pick up the sack of grain. I know this. It's not going to be that sapphire, though. I think it's worth 1,000 gold. It's probably going to be this now because the cursed incense will actually be worth more than 1,000 gold. 6 crests, maybe? We have a lot of crests. Of the things we need, crests are actually low-ish on the list. The backtracking here is really fucking getting my goat. What kind of goat, Pete? I have a fainting goat. That's why it's easy to get. When you run up and go, whoa, and scout at it, it just falls down, paralyzed because it's a fainting goat. It's easy to get my goat. That's why it's so easy to get my goat, by the way, is because it's a fainting goat. If I had a more stalwart goat, it'd probably be a little more difficult to get. This is not optimal. We can't slice your guts open, can we? Nope. Well, I guess we'll just do the point-blank shot then. We can go for the Shadow Fade on the Johnny Drummer back here in a minute. Oh, that little drummer boy and the things that he does. Let's put a mark on this man. Buffy, you know what? Make Superman guard you for a change. Really, what I should have done is had her throw that at Brother Voodoo so that Brother Voodoo would have been the one guarding her. Or not Brother Voodoo. Never mind, I had that backwards. My goal was to try and have her guard Brother Voodoo, but then I realized she doesn't actually have guard, Pete. Also, you're an idiot. I'm gonna throw some stress relief at Brother Voodoo. And I'm taking stress on Clark Kent to get rid of stress on Brother Voodoo because I don't care about Clark's stress level. I really don't. It doesn't matter a single lick. Just, sure. We don't really need a heal right here. 5 damage on the little drummer boy is fine. Especially if we can follow that up with a sweet riposting Shadow Fade. Buffy can't quite get the job done because why would she get the job done? That would be a thing that would be useful. Let's start throwing a little bit of... I'm surprised he didn't go for the marked guy. He has Weaken Prey. Oh, wait, Weaken Prey does mark. Never mind. Now I understand. I think Tentacle Devour does do bonus damage against marked targets, though. I'll just point-blank shot you. Not so good. We probably should have just sliced your guts out. Let's throw a heal here, see if we can get a critical for some cheap stress relief. Nothing doing. Here comes the Tentacle Devourer we were expecting earlier. Whoa! Unexpected dodge, but not an unfortunate dodge, because it's going to let us grind down a little bit more Brother Voodoo's stress. I'll grind your stress right into the ground. I'm going to wash that stress right out of your hair. It was a commercial back a long time ago for a hair coloring product. Did Brother Voodoo just get a kill with a mark? Yes, he did. And stress relief for that. Oh, very funny, Darkest Dungeon. Very fucking funny. I backtrack all this way and they're like, oh, by the way, you know that shovel you needed a half hour ago? Yeah, kiss my ass. Give me this curio. Buffy, I hate you so much. I blame you for that shovel thing, by the way. So, 6 crests are going on the floor. We pick up our last grain sack, and we get the hell out of here. Because we're completely full in inventory capacity.
These foodstuffs yield double benefit.
Let's see how much gold we got before we talk about the double benefit of the foodstuffs, Mr. Nair. Okay, we got a lot of gold there. How much of that is directly the work of Buffy? Not as much as you might think. Most of that was just found secret room had a key. Well, it's actually 2,000 was... Okay, so Buffy probably earned her keep there. Clark Kent makes it to Resolve rank 4. Yay. Oh, he's compulsive. Fantastic. Oh, Superman. God damn you, you miserable, thieving shit. Now, not only are you a kleptomaniac, but you're a compulsive kleptomaniac, which means you're going to be touching everything in the damn dungeon. Ruins phobe is also terrible. Did we get anything positive? Nope. Nothing at all. All right. Brilliant. Okay. Jericho Drum also has a disease, too, which we should probably try and cure. Well, we got a swift boot to the dick on the way out of the dungeon, but apart from that, it was not terrible.
From those few surrounding farms as yet
Supplies changed by... Okay, so we have free provisions for our next bumper crop. Nearby farmers have banded together, increasing security in an effort to protect the healthy livestock and crops upon which the hamlet depends. So provisions for our next dungeon are free, as are supplies. That's really cool. That's actually a neat event. As good as some of these good events are, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop to see how crippling the negative events are. They're just going to be like having somebody drop a safe on our head. It'll be like, oh, by the way, the Abbey burned down. You can't use it anymore. Somebody was kidnapped from the hamlet. Somebody has drug off Wade Wilson. He is not available for missions anymore. It'll be stuff like that, I guarantee it. We do need to do some stress relief and a little seeker maintenance. Brother Voodoo. First off, let's sort everybody by rank. Man, Dick Grayson is getting close to 5 himself. Clark Kent, nowhere near it. Jericho Drum, let's go get rid of your tapeworm, buddy. Place your trust in my gnarled, warty hands. You have never seen my hands, Jericho Drum. How do you know what they look like? They're not gnarled or warty. I have, I won't say lovely hands. I don't. I have, like, thick, fat sausage fingers, but... they're not unlovely. They're definitely not gnarled and warty. They're more like a delicious breakfast snack than anything else. Anybody else need any treatment of any variety? Patrick Mulligan, what do you got? You have ennui, but you can fix that yourself. And it's not debilitating, so I don't mind rolling with that until you get a chance to fix it. The rabies, well, as always, we'll hang on. Oh, that's got to go. No Wonder Woman worries. That will simply not stand. I cannot abide a worried Wonder Woman. Even though it is delightfully alliterative. Ah, worried Wonder Woman? What can we do with a worried Wonder Woman? What does the world come to with a worried Wonder Woman? Yeah, well, that's it for trooper maintenance. So, next time we're going to be rolling in food and provisions, and for one, is this Grant Wood? They got a little Grant Wood left reference. It's American Gothic. That's really cool. Excellent design choice. Red Hook Studios, that's fantastic. Nice little nod to Grant Wood. A little bit of American Gothic showing up to indicate the event. I'm digging that a great deal. That's really cool. And a great note to end the episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section, of course. Your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more American Gothic adventure, you might consider subscribing as well. Posting new episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Anything is better than sitting around this dump. What, are you not a Grant Wood fan, Wade Wilson? I'd have figured Deadpool would appreciate fine art, what with his constant fourth wall violations, but I guess I was wrong. If you'd like to see Deadpool be a jerk on a regular basis, you know, hey, subscribe as well. But right now, I've had enough of Wade's shit pissing on Grant Wood. I'm wrapping it up. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.